Have you heard about the latest news about Alice Guo?
The one where she got out of our country?
Yeah, that one.
Senator Risa Hontiveros is the chair of the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality. Their inquiry into online gambling centers, known as POGOs, put Hontiveros at the center of questioning and representing the public's eagerness to deliver justice. I started the first episode with a clip of her finding Alice Guo in contempt. The senator frequently posts TikToks, which recap the hearings, and yes, they sound like movie trailers.
Alam nyo ba, Mayor, kung nasaan ngayon yung helicopter ni Guo Huaping? Yung helicopter po niya ay nasa Pangasinan.
For half of Alice Guo's life, she's posed as a half-Chinese woman born on a pig farm in the Philippines. In the past 6 months, that story is unraveled. She doesn't want to volunteer much more information. We're seeing a battle of wills. And the Senate is not waiting for a case to go through the criminal courts. They already found Alice in contempt. And now they're looking into another crime, which Guo's team likely committed in the Philippines after she left. In August, a lawyer obtained Alice's signature on communications with the Senate inquiry. When questioned, the lawyer, who did not know Alice, explained that someone fitting her description had been in a car and met him briefly. Who could that be?
May doppelganger o lookalikes ba si Mayor Alice Guo?
Yung sa look-alike, ma'am, hindi imposible.
When Alice Guo returned to Filipino custody, this was somehow one of the first questions asked, whether she employed a look-alike. Alice is being recorded from outside of a room. It looks like an unofficial shot of an unofficial interrogation. She looks stunned. She politely says that the person in the photo has longer hair and is more slim.
Lahat ng tao po halos look here. Kamukha niyo ba? Slimmer version.
This woman's name is Kath Salazar. The internet recognized her from Alice's campaign vlog. She's one of the women around the breakfast table.
Mag-ayos ng hair ko dahil mahaba. Kumakain muna ako ng breakfast.
As an aside, body double conspiracies may be more common in East and Southeast Asia. There are rumors that, with enough money, people can be hired to fill your prison term, or even be executed in your place. In 2012, Slate reported on one case in China as fact, and CNN ran a story about a body double for Gu Kailai, who had been found guilty of poisoning a British businessman. But they covered it specifically as an online conspiracy theory.
Is it the real Gu behind bars? Conspiracy theorists have taken to the internet posting pictures of what they call the real Gu Kailai. The figure in the doc certainly looked different. The glamorous lawyer and power broker certainly appeared a lot heavier. But CNN has independently confirmed from Gu's family present at the trial that yes, it was her. She's been in bad health and on medication, which may explain the change.
Even after Kath appeared at the same inquiry, social media circulated photos of Alice's past testimony, asking whether a facial blemish or her height has changed. Anyway, confronted with the body double question, Alice's defense is that her document was pre-signed without explaining whether the lawyer or police were intentionally deceived. The lawyer has been defensive about drafting Alice's statement over the phone, supposedly unaware that she had left the country.
Your Honor, we really have no knowledge, Your Honor. In fact, Your Honor, we were only able to finalize the counter-affidavit last August 14, on the same day that we forwarded the same to her secretary, Your Honor.
At bakit niyo finoward pa kay Miss Kath? Bakit hindi diretso kay Guo Huaping na siya naman yung kliyente niyo?
Your Honor, Ms. Kat messaged us requesting if we can forward the draft counter-affidavit to her so she could print and have it signed by Mayor Guo, Your Honor.
Hindi ba mas regular na directly from the law firm or the lawyers to the client para hindi nadadaan pa sa secretary? Kayang-kaya nyo namang mag-print sa office nyo, I'm sure.
Yes, Your Honor, but that was the request of our client through her secretary.
Meanwhile, the Senate is trying to nail down how Alice, her fake sister Sheila, and their team left the Philippines and whether they had help.
If we are to believe her sister Sheila, after riding a small boat, they boarded another big boat, and this big boat they rode in this big boat for 4 days, and then another small boat to get to their final destination, which is Malaysia. And this seems to be corroborated by a stamp on Sheila's Philippine passport na noong July 18, they entered Sabah, Malaysia. You could say that this is a straightforward itinerary, pero it's conflicting with some initial intelligence reports coming from Malaysia itself. Dahil sabi nga ng PAOK nung una, their Malaysian counterparts reported that on July 18 also, Alice Guo entered Kuala Lumpur, not Sabah, via air from Denpasar, Indonesia.
For those unfamiliar, the Denpasar airport is the one serving Bali. Some people questioned if they could safely cross to Sabah, Malaysia, in a common boat. Early on, Hontiveros focused on the boat question, asking details such as where they departed from, the colors and markings of the boats, whether they transferred between boats using a ladder. The group has been vague, so it could be a fabricated story, or they could be protecting whoever helped them leave. Sheila has been questioned about whether her Sabah entry stamp was a valid one. Kuala Lumpur Airport records a photo of all travelers, which should have been a key piece of evidence, but somehow Alice's photo shows no one there. On September 17th, the key players all appeared in the same inquiry. Cassandra Ong, who was captured with Sheila in Indonesia, has also been uncooperative with the investigation. She maintains that she only knows Alice through her boyfriend.
Boyfriend ko po si Wesley Go.
Boyfriend nyo si Wesley Go.
Yes po.
Therefore, malapit ka kay Alice Guo.
Hindi po.
When you take a look on TikTok, Cassandra is maybe becoming a fan favorite.
Kasi the last time you were here, hindi ganyan ang kulay ng buhok mo, saka hindi ganyan curly.
Mr. Chair, ganito pa rin po yung kulay ng buhok ko. Tapos po, yung kulot po is DIY, trim,
Ginawa mo lang.
The 17th was also the first appearance of the mayor of Sual, named Dong Kalugay. Their cities are not so close together, a 2-hour drive, but online sleuths found a little too much in common. Their campaign materials look similar, including backpacks given out to kids, and a t-shirt where Alice has a female cartoon character and Mayor Kalugay has a similar male character. These are alleged to be couples shirts.
Pero ngayon, it's an open secret already na ang mayor ng Sual, na si Mayor Dong Kalugay, ang Sual, hindi San Juan.
For now, both mayors claim to be just friends.
How do you describe your relationship with Mayor Kalugay?
Kaibigan po.
Higit sa pagkakaibigan?
Kaibigan po.
Ibigan?
Kaibigan, friend po.
Okay.
Senators have been asking whether Sual, a city on the coast, played a part in Alice's escape. Regardless of their personal history, there are business records connecting both of them to a fish farm. Both mayors have denied or pleaded ignorance. As people speculate on Alice's relationship with Mayor Kalugay and other officials, it's important to remember how we got here. Pogos hurt many people.
Human trafficking used for cyber attacks of government agencies and pogo operations, shopping scams, love scams, kung ano-anong scam. Because the bigger issue, if you don't have links to pogo, is were you doing your job at all?
And before Alice's arrest, she did not try to defend herself with honesty. There was a rumor that she offered 1 billion pesos, or about $17 million for these charges to go away.
According to Lacson, Guo got in touch with his friend and was asked to introduce her to a contact for help. Lacson clarifies the money was not in exchange for her escape, but for help regarding Guo's legal problems with the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission. Lacson describes his friend as a big businessman with dealings in China and claims to have connections to some personalities within the circle of the First Family.
This concludes the second episode of the miniseries. As I'm writing this script, there's another hearing live on YouTube. I don't know where the inquiry is going or where it might end. Before making another episode, I'll give it another month or so to see if there are any new admissions or developments.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, chicken. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. See you later.